In the previous video of the Volvo 144, we have picked it up across the country. We have gotten it home safely, we found the VIN number, and we also discovered that the engine is actually not stuck. Ladies and gentlemen, brand new day. The freaking Volvo 144 is right over there above me. And yes, we're gonna attack this car in the upcoming few days. Just like next to the work I'm doing in here, and it's a pretty busy week. So I hope I can do a lot on this car, but I'm not really sure. So the next step, the first step actually of getting this car back on the road is actually being able to turn it. The problem we have right now, why the car doesn't steer, is actually the steering lock. And this thing is in the car like this. Over there you have your keyhole, and over here you have a huge metal pin which actually slides into your steering column. This is your steering box, and behind there is your steering column which goes in the car. And then on the inside of the car you need to take out the whole column. You can actually mount it, and then these two weird break-off bolts, these are bolts which break off when you tighten them. Those bolts will actually be slidden into like two slots with some plastic washers around them, and then you can just completely slide the whole column with your ignition and everything else forward and get it out of the car. Yesterday we put the car inside of the shop, and yeah, we checked the VIN number. Today I called actually the RDW to see if we can get a license plate. And that's a very difficult thing. So we either have two options, and I'm gonna put them on the screen over here and over here. The good option is to get some papers from Austria, where the car is originally from. But I have no option of getting those papers. So that is one option, this one. If you have papers from Austria, which shows that the car has been registered once in the European Union or in like the world, then that means it has passed safety checks and it has been on the road before. That means I can take the car to the RDW, get a license plate without any hassle and drive it. The other option, and this is probably the one we're gonna get, is you don't have papers from Austria. We only have the buyer's papers, which are just a Word document with my name on there and the name of the car and the autograph of like the previous owner, which tells that I am now the original owner. Now we have also a VIN number, so that's also a thing we have on both the options. So we have a VIN, we have a paper that proves that the car is mine, and then we can take the car to the RDW, but it will get a full APK, in APK, or I don't want to say it in English, but that is actually the Dutch like MOT, the yearly checkup, you know, like the, yeah, in America, for what I know, you just get a like sticker on your license plate, like your inspection. In England you get a MOT, and here in the Netherlands you get an APK. So we fixed the VIN over there, but actually if you look at the windowsill over here, there is actually a freaking vehicle number with the full freaking VIN over there. So we were just panicking for no reason. So we have that, and I also started to dismantle the whole steering column because we have a steering lock on this car. So I took out the complete steering rack. We already did that when we were at the shop where we picked up the car. And over here we have a 144 steering column lock thingy with, of course, the very well-known steering lock over there. I talked to some guys that know how to lockpick, and they say you can do it, but it's a very bad way because, yeah, it will take time and they won't do it for me. This one is actually from my 240, my first white one, my white 240. and I thought it was a little bit like sentimental value to keep this and put it in my new 144. But sadly, this thing will fit because it's like the same length or like width over there, but this thing is at an angle, this mounting point, and yeah, so that will be connected like that. So that's on an angle, and this one is just straight, and of course this thing is way longer. So yeah, that's like 5 centimeters. So I actually ordered a new steering column lock mechanism for 60 bucks online used with a key. So that will be here in, I think, 2 days. An automatic Volvo 144. I think it's a crazy cool project. Let's get started on the brakes. So guys, we have one caliper. Yeah, we tried to actually get the pistons out. The way I normally do it is I press them in, so you have like all the oil out, and then I just take like the air compressor, and I don't know why my hand is so red. But yeah, we have a caliper. Of course, it's a Girling caliper, and I can actually, with a very strong like clamp, this clamp, I can actually press the pistons all the way inwards. Of course, be careful when doing that, because yeah, there can be a rust edge on there, and I think if the rubber around this seal, which is actually in the caliper, is just hard and old and stuck, then yeah, these things can be very stuck. But the fact that they even move inside of the caliper is a very good thing, and I just keep these around because I sandblast my calipers, and then I can put in those pistons so I don't actually damage the whole original pistons. So I'm pretty sure those are the same ones as in here. So the thing we do tomorrow is actually get this caliper into the ultrasonic cleaner over there, and then we can actually take off the right front caliper. Yeah, we have one of the brake calipers of the car. We have it completely taken apart, like split in half, and we have all the pistons out, and everything looks new. It's rusty, but the pistons are not like scratched up or like damaged, so that's a very, very, very good thing. The caliper itself, it all looks nice, like the bores where the pistons need to go in also look like unscratched. And I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's a very annoying sound behind me, which is the ultrasonic cleaner, and that is actually cleaning the calipers right now. So I have one down. And it took me around 3 hours to just take the pistons out, because they were really stuck. Because the rubbers, they just expand, then they solidify, and you can't move them. So the thing we're gonna do next, so over there I have a wheel from this Amazon. And yes, we are working on this car very soon again. I have ordered some parts for the engine block, but this car won't drive anywhere soon. So this thing will actually get widened wheels, and we already have those rims. These tires are from 2019, but they are very, very, very nice. These are nice Hankook tires, and I actually put these on there. So I have 2 Hankook tires, and I have 2, I think, Vredestein tires, Dutch brand. So very nice tires, and we're gonna put the 2 Hankooks on the back and the Vredesteins on the front, I think, but that doesn't even matter for now. So I am actually gonna leave the caliper off here. I am gonna put these bolts back into the hub assembly, and then we're gonna just throw that tire onto this rim and then put that rim onto this hub. So guys, actually walking downstairs from the storage space upstairs, and I found some brake things which we might need for her. Over here we have the well, I want to say restored, but as you can see, but everything below the seal on all these brakes is just gorgeous. These pistons all look great. They're a bit dirty, but as you clean them up, they will turn out great. So we're gonna polish those up with, I think, my Dremel. And I looked upstairs, and I know these kits are very old, but these ones have this kind of number. And I actually see this one is 273071. This one is 273114. So it might be able that these are actually for an Amazon, but these ones, I don't know how old these are, but I do know that these were in my storage, and I think I bought these with like a huge parts buy I did, because sometimes I just buy a lot of parts. I also get some parts donated sometimes, but this code doesn't mean anything to me, but this does. 140, so Repsats to Okbak. Okay, I don't know. Rep kit to rear calipers. So it actually shows that it's for two rear calipers. But yeah, we'll see about that. So these might then be for the front actually. And these calipers also need to come off, but I think these will actually be the same as the fronts. They will not be that stock. So I think we can fix this system by just pressing them back in and getting them out with some grease, then cleaning them up, sandblasting the brakes, and then we're done. So guys, we have a new face on the channel. That's Jeroen. His son actually watches the channel. So, what's his name again?
Dwayne.
Dwayne. Hello. We have the B20 over here, and the brakes are actually almost clean, so we can rebuild them very soon. But we threw a battery in the car, and actually, and sadly I did it off camera. But if I open the door and if I pull the light switch, look at this. We have headlights and we have one blinker in the right left, the rear right side. And we have nothing else. We have no tiny lights, we have nothing else. But of course this thing has been stuck for a while. And the fun thing is we also have actually ignition, so we can turn the engine over. I actually tried it accidentally, so on accident the engine turned over. So we took out the spark plugs and we threw some, well actually with the camera we watched inside of the cylinders and it all looks fine. A little bit of rust, but that will clean itself out I think. And for everything that we see, I think this thing has maybe done, I think under 100,000 kilometers. So the valves that we see are like super sticking out of the cylinder head. So that's all showing that this car hasn't driven much. And the thing we're going to do next is actually turn it over with a little bit of oil inside of the cylinders. Then we can see if we have spark, but the oil will like free up the cylinders a bit. And then I will take off the air filter and we can actually see what happens. Let's go. That sounds freaking good.
Yeah.
Whoa! Let's see if we have some spark.
Ja. Ja, vonk.
Maybe.
Ja. Ja, gelijk op.
Okay, we have spark. We have everything we need, I think.
Dat maakt die in. Fantastisch.
Oké, even kijken.
It's alive! Doe het.
Kijk hier. It's a bit smoky. God damn. Oh my god. But that's fucking cool. That is fucking cool. So now actually if we have a fuel canister and we put that one in, it should just idle.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any fuel here actually. Damn it.
I have fuel.
You have fuel?
Yeah.
Oh. He's gonna get fuel?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is amazing. Look at the smoke. This is crazy.
Ja, dat is cool. Little leak only in the car, but the rest sounds good.
It idles.
Now, hey, now.
Look at the fuel pissing.
That's the problem. But now it's not shaking.
It's running great, but,
yeah.
But look at how much is sipping out.
That's good. Can you
take this one out?
Yeah.
Ah, just let it sip.
Yeah, it's alive.
Now my hands are clean.
Good cranking.
So that works, but we have a huge exhaust leak. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet, but like we're missing a big chunk of the exhaust. But I mean, if you like take away the smoke, it's like okay. So that's a win. So yeah, we have a win. I mean, we have working brakes. Well, we have rebuildable brakes. Yeah. We have lights and like a half-working electrical system. But the thing I'm thinking of is I'm also like the steering column is fully out of the car, and I'm missing like 3 or 4 ground points.
Oh, yeah.
So ground can maybe be the cause of that. But it sparks, and it like fired right away. So,
It's the beginning.
I mean, I don't know if the gearbox works, but I think if we take this carburetor off, I have the carburetor from this Amazon. So I think if we
change that.
I think if you just take the carburetor from the Amazon and throw it on this thing,
Yeah.
that one is already fully rebuilt. And this car will eventually have twin SUs, like the twin carburetor.
Yeah.
And this one too, because I have 3 sets, actually 4 sets of double carburetor kits laying upstairs. So if we just can get it running in like an MOT with a Stromberg, which I have literally in my display case in my office, fully rebuilt. And that's the carburetor that also survived like the trip to Norway on the Amazon. So that's 100% checked out. I did see that we have an amp light on the dash. So the alternator is not charging, but that doesn't surprise me because, yeah, look at the thing. I think that's a win.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to try this today. But this guy came in and I was like, hey, you want to see if the electrics work?
Let's
and then
do it.
I turned on the ignition and the engine started turning. So
Yeah.
we were like, and yeah, let's just send it. Let's just send it. This is amazing. And that's why we love Volvos. I am gonna actually put the steering column back in the car right now before I go home. So it's gonna be a late one again. But I want to have the ignition and everything else in place. And then we can actually see what will happen with the power, with the electrical stuff, because we don't have interior lighting, we don't have a heater working, and we have some other things that don't seem to have power yet. But of course everything is old and used and worn. So let's just get in the car, get the thing back in there and roll a time lapse. When a car is standing still for a long time, the lights will actually corrode on the ground points most of the time. And if you just throw in some new lights, then you can get lucky, like on this car. So a new couple of lights and we had this car working perfectly fine. The blinkers are actually kind of weird on the back in this video, because when the front blinkers are not working and the rears are, the relay gets more power than it should, and then the whole thing is just, yeah, acting weird. So in the front, same story, starting with the blinkers on the left side and then working to the right. And then, yeah, a couple of new lights in there and they were all golden.
over on this side we had a little bit of a problem because the bolts where the ground point were actually attached to were all rusted out. So there's actually a metal part inside of your blinker where the lamp is sitting in, and that's also your ground point and also the reflective bit where the light reflects on. So over here you can see me soldering on the wire to the housing instead of the riveted part where it's normally seated in, because the riveted part was just rusted out, and yeah, by soldering it on to the metal you can actually get the lamp working again. So we put that back, and as you can see, if we press in the new light bulb, the blinker starts working perfectly fine. And that's all the lights except one working on this Volvo.
So guys, I'm actually inside of the car and I don't want to be here for too long because I still need to deal with the mold. And yes, I know it's bad for the health, so I have the windows closed as much. This car has been outside for the whole week with the windows down and a cover on it so it can like air out. And this weekend I'm gonna actually clean it fully. But I have some pretty good news. We have lighting except one like daytime running light, the little one. I can't get the cap off because the bolts are just completely shot and rusted. I'm inside of the car and I was actually like fiddling around with this heater button, and it was on 3 because I was like, if I put it on full I will notice when it works. But I actually swapped out the fuse over there, and if I put it on 3 it doesn't work, but on 1 it does. So there is something wrong with the resistor, I'm thinking. It's actually weird because if it's the resistor, normally the 3 works but the 1 and 2 don't. But maybe it's just some wiring or maybe a ground. And that will mean, I think it also means that the lighter will work. Oh wait, no way. No freaking way. Look at that. Look at that glowing red hot. And look at this thing is just brand spanking new. So the lighter even works, and the ashtray, if you look inside of the ashtray, it hasn't been even been used. I think the dust you see in the corner is just from like sitting. Okay, we have high beams, and the high beam light also works. And the indicator on the dash like works for like 3 or 4 times and then it cuts out. But I think the relay under the dash is actually not working correctly. Wait! You hear that? That's the freaking wiper wash. And we also have wipers, but we have no rubber on the wiper, so we're scratching the window like crazy. And like the zero position also works. So if I'm putting it like on wiper, then back, it also zeroes out like most of the time. So that's also great. Let's get out of this smelly thing. Gentlemen, that was it for today. I really hoped to get this car washed today and cleaned up because yeah, the mold inside is still there. I have bought a ozone machine. I have bought a steam cleaner. I already have a carpet cleaner, which I haven't even used yet. So you can try that on this car. And next week, I'm gonna actually take the whole interior apart, take all the seats out, take the carpet out. I'm gonna clean every single bit of it. I have over here some fresh chemical guys, pina colada, freaking air freshener. So this thing will smell like pina colada. And yeah, that's it for now. We're gonna wash this thing next week. We're gonna clean it up and we're gonna get it driving. So that's all we're gonna do next week. But the engine runs, the gearbox also works. You haven't seen it on the video, but I clicked it in drive and reverse and it actually went moving. So I have done the first centimeters on this car and I'm just freaking happy. I hope you guys love this too. If you do, please subscribe, please leave a like, share this video and comment down below on what we should do with it, what the plans will be for this car. And I will see you guys next week and I will try my best to get the best possible videos every single week from now on. Let's go guys. Bye bye. See you next time.